Hey everyone, it's Grypher here, going through a replay that I played in last week in a TRB Kagero. Now I wanted to feature this video not because of amazing gameplay. I was lucky, I will say that. It is 2 CVs per side. You can see I'm up against a Parsifal, which I was, other than the quick torpedoes, I wasn't too afraid of it because the AP rockets won't ruin me too much, and the AP dive bombers. Shikaku was another thing, so let's see here. Captain build, so this is my Kagero captain build, and upgrades. So I've built it more for survivability and spamming those torpedoes with concealment. Here, very early gameplay, I'm going slowly. I didn't want to leave most of our vessels behind, because with 2 CVs I didn't want to be isolated and picked off. So I was waiting, I was going here only half speed, trying to ascertain A, if anyone from my team's coming with me, and B, where the enemy's CVs are going. My Lexi puts down some fighters, luckily, and the Parsifal will disengage. Yeah, he dropped his counters. But it made him leave me alone. Looking at the enemy, I've only got the one, besides the 2 CVs, I have got one radar in the Shapiev. The Zara with the sap obviously will hurt, and we've got the Harikaze who will match me for engagement ranges. So the Leningrad's already been detected. He's being dropped by our CV, so I still thought that I would be coming up against something, but I noticed on my module that everyone's been detected. The entire enemy team has been. For some reason I've got my guns pointing to the south. Yep. With the entire enemy team lit and the CVs focusing on the north, it allowed me to decide to try and get the Vladivostok here. 10k torpedoes, he's about to reverse. So slowing down, hopefully the CV does not see me. So I have not been detected thus far in this game, so if any of their ships are aware, or their CVs aware, that there is a DD on the loose, and thankfully my CV does not drive me a fighter here, because that generally would advertise that there are enemies ahead. With 10k's and the Vlad reversing at a sharp angle, I did want to get a little bit closer. I was absolutely amazed at this stage that it's just over 3 minutes and I've been able to get to their half of the map undetected. In a double CV game, I was gobsmacked that this could happen. So 1 set of torps on the white line and 2 set of torps on the white line. Now Ismail's taking the brunt of enemy fire. So at this stage, I thought eventually the Vlad's going to see the torpedoes. They're going to come looking. There's obviously a DD deep in their field of play. And then I saw the Shikaku's planes coming in from the J line. I'm like, am I that close to him? Could the dream be true? Somehow I don't get detected. Very, very lucky. And at this point I'm like, will the Bayern eat torps as well? The Bayern doesn't. 3 torpedoes, double flood. He would have DCP'd that. Being the Vladivostok, they do have the quick DCP ability. We lost our first boat at this stage. Queen Elizabeth got torped by the Albemarle. And this is when I could not believe, unfortunately, what happens. Unfortunately, the enemy CV would have been the icon that he's been detected, that his CV's detected. So I was expecting him to want to start moving, but he's absolutely stationary. Start lining him up. Here comes the fighters, and he hasn't moved, so I've decided to keep it on the line. I torp speed out of here. Not torp speed, I accelerate out of there. He's looking for me now, I believe, but no, he keeps going further north. And the CV has not moved, so we're down 3 boats at this stage. And I get a rare scalp in a double CV game with a torp reload Kagero. That makes me smile. That does make me smile. A dev strike on any day makes me smile, but not having smoke in this kind of game, it made me smile even more, and then I got greedy. Because lo and behold, up ahead is a second CV. By now the opposition have worked out there is a destroyer in their backfield. If they haven't, then I know they have. Surely they have. But the enemy Shikaku's planes never turned around to try and find me or re-engage with me. Now the Parsifal seems to be aware that he's detected. He is already turning. At this point, rather than dropping torps and waiting for the 90 seconds, I decided, looking at the composition of the enemy fleet, the closest vessel is the Vladivostok. So I decided to open up. I'm going to do a drive-by. Make sure I don't miss at this range. Parsifal does have decent secondary range, so oh gee, what was that shot? Terrible shot that was. The Parsifal's playing well. He probably assumed that the torps came off earlier, but at this range, these won't miss. Wanted to save the second set. So, both CVs are down. I'm just starting to farm up some planes cheaply. Even though we are 3 boats down, and they are 3 battleships, which is a bit of a loss. The enemy's only down the 1 battleship. With their Shapiev nearly down, the Vlad half down, I'm hoping with 2 CVs we start to get the ascendancy. They're now down to just a bay. Oh, they still got the 3 BBs, 1 DD and the 2 cruisers. The Albemarle and friends are finally returning though. And this becomes a quite a standoff. There goes the North Carolina. Cheekily, I think I'm going to get onto cap here or do something else. The Albemarle is focused north. I do want to get cheeky torps on people. Torping to the Albemarle. speed boosting out of there. I don't want to even give them an indication of where I am. I'm not an RPF. They have no idea where I am. The closest vessel to me is the Harikaze. I don't have RPF either. At this point, I probably should have held my guns, but seeing that he was low on fire, I decided to be greedy. And he was going to eat a torp anyway. So, that was greedy. And at this stage, I start shooting at the Albemarle. This sets off a long chase down by the Albemarle. Between the Nürnberg and the Albemarle, they hunt me for the rest of the game till the game's over. I remain dark. I play cat and mouse. I've got 14,000 hit points. Every now and then when I fire my torps, let me just speed it up a tad. I will fire my torps every now and then, but I'll also shoot my guns just to entice him. At this point though, the damage has been done, taking out both CVs. The enemy team's just in survival mode, if anything. I honestly don't think they could win it from here. The Albemarle actually, in my opinion, played this quite well. He could have been running Hydro, but I wanted to do a second set of torps. Waste of a reload, because it feels like he's going broadside, and there's a widespread, and he completely evades all of them. So he must have had Hydro, because that first set is close, but... So at this point, I'm ready to start firing at him, just to get him to try and go broadside. But that British heavy cruiser HE coming back hurts. So even though he's got a slow rate of fire, after my shells fire I generally just remain dark, so he can't constantly, because without smoke I can't, all I can do is dodge his shells by wiggling my tiny little butt. So he's going to continue chasing me. CV's going to focus at Nürnberg. Here we go, our CV start. But the AA on the Albemarle took down those planes quite well. He's flooding here. So cheekily, I start shooting again. So what else is a DD meant to do? Well, shooting in my head. There we go. Every time I fire, he just turns the other way. It was so frustrating. But I'm close here to an island. I can use the island to break line of sight, so I don't mind shooting here. Three non-pens, trying to get a fire onto the upper structure because he has DCP'd that flood. These ones are going to connect with me, yeah. There goes the rudder, but last stand, I always take last stand on my DDs, find it a very useful skill. High caliber, most of that is just from the CV. Quickly go forward. The Albemarle stays alive a lot longer than he probably should have. Between myself, the Akatsuki, with a mains and a Tirpitz and two CVs, he manages to dodge a lot of shells. Perfect time to open up. His guns are not looking at me currently. There we go, double fire. I was hoping that would stick for a while. And no, he had the DCP ready. Cheeky little bugger. And he gets a heal. The British heal is nothing to joke about. He gets a double fire on me. Unfortunately, my repair is on cooldown. So here I am. Good old blue wall hugging, trying to go dark. 12 seconds till the fires go out. Throwing out torps as my last saviour. So close, cannot use my guns again. Fires are out. I maintain now stealth, but finally he looks like he's going to be unfortunate enough to turn into a set of my torpedo. No, he dodges them. What? He has like 6 cents, but the CV torps him, and it looks like his engine's out, and he may eat one here, right on the nose for victory. That was a good game for me anyway. 160k. Thank you for watching the replay. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.